I can't think of the other. I put it
What's that
there.
last thing you have on there? I can't read your spelling.
I know. I can't think of.
Paler. Players?
Yeah, I guess
No,
so.
but you have your volleyball girls up top.
I don't know.
I think we need to. So, you know how the New York Times puts out a daily crossword? And then there are things like Wordle and games that have like daily puzzles you have to figure out.
Yeah.
I think we should start posting weekly text messages from you, and people have to figure out what you're saying.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, we've been recording this whole time.
Oh, welcome back.
Wait, I'm not set up. Come on. Act like you've done this before, HE.
Welcome back to Haley's Weekly News. Please love, like, subscribe, and comment.
I never know when you're going to start. You
Well,
always just kind of hop in there. Not always ready. That's how you do life, isn't it?
yes.
Yeah. Um, all right, so I guess we'll get started since Haley kicked us off. Welcome to Haley's Weekly News. It is March 8th. If you felt a great sense of comfort and sense of wanting to celebrate yesterday, two things happened on March 7th. One, it was my birthday, so it's a big day. It will be a national holiday at some point, working on that. The other thing was we have a website.
Yes. I'm not sure that's only part will go.
We have a website, Haley, and it is so cool. It, I think it really represents you. Um, there will be a picture like of the main homepage coming up on your screen. But I think we did a really good job of getting everything together and really telling a good story. Now, the beauty of a website is the content that's on there now. Um, we're not done. So we'll be adding things to this site on a weekly basis. And we're really going to build this into a really cool story format. Um, that provides you with information, right? That connects you. And I it's so much fun. It's awesome, awesome to be here on March 8th today, having that up and going. Do you know how they find it, Haley? What
You
do they type in?
go to Haley'sWeeklyNews.com.
Yep. No spaces, nothing, just Haley's Weekly News, no apostrophe. Just Haley'sWeeklyNews.com.
Com. I was about to say www.
That works. Yeah, that works too. But we're from a time where you had to type in the three W's.
Yeah.
Now you don't. It
No.
just puts it in for you.
Which I kind of like that.
Eh. Like, do you ever remember having to go to the library and pulling books, like pulling the card out of the card catalog deal and having to look up books that way?
No.
No, because you never went to the library. Because you never had to do an assignment. Did you ever have to write a research paper?
No.
I did. And one time I did it so poorly with no effort that mom and dad talked to my teacher at the time, Mrs. Mormon, Tracy Mormon, if you're out there. And they decided that they were going to let me rewrite the paper, but for no grade. So I had to go. Mom dropped me off at the WT library. I spent like 3 or 4 hours there and wrote out this paper, turned it in. She graded it. I made an A. but I didn't get to keep the A. I had to keep the 65 or whatever it was.
Oh,
Yeah, you see, these are things you've never had to go through, Haley. You never
no,
had to take the tax test or what it's
no.
STAR test now. You never had to take semester finals. You're always exempt.
Yep, which I like that.
You've had it pretty easy, H.
Yeah.
I mean, discounting all the other things
Yeah,
like surgeries and hospital visits and
yeah. But school, I got pretty
seizures,
lucky. Yeah, with school, I got pretty lucky that I didn't have that much
headaches.
homework. I didn't have much homework as you did.
No, you did not, because you didn't have any. I just needed to have homework one time to have more homework than you ever did. Ella has had more homework than you, and she's in the first grade. Mm. So, a
Yeah.
lot of new things happening. Okay. We're unveiling a new logo. That will pop up on your screen. So if you start seeing this, I thought it was really representative of what Haley's Weekly News is about. You have the H and then the N, and it creates a little doorway. We have no idea where it goes. We just know that it's leading us somewhere. You'll also notice that the brush strokes on the H are incomplete. Um, because life is not perfect, right? We can
Right.
have a plan, we can sketch out what we want to have happen. And as soon as we do, life throws us a curveball and we have to adjust, right?
Yes.
So everything is unfinished um, until the end. And then I'm just a sucker. I'm a sucker for the old typewriter fonts.
Yeah.
I love it. So that's where that came from. Also, one of your favorite colors is purple. So we had to have it be purple.
Yes.
So Haley's Weekly News, new logo. You also notice that we have moved indoors. Well, we have moved inside the house. Okay. After a lengthy discussion with Monica, where I had to give up a ton of rights and give a lot of promises, we were able to move inside. And now we have this beautiful fireplace backdrop. But we won't ever light it because it gets really hot and we'll start sweating.
Yeah.
Uh,
Definitely you.
yeah, for sure, me. But we thinking of new ways, especially as the summer comes. You cannot get me into that garage in the summer. It is way too hot. We're just excited. We have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to introduce. It's just it's just an awesome time for us, H. Like who would have thought in October that we would be here? We have over 100 subscribers. We have 107. That's pretty cool, H. I need you to work on getting us to 500.
Okay, I'll work.
Get on it. I
I'll
don't know that you've been doing everything you could do.
I'll work hard on it.
You need to. You need to do something around here. All right. So, new backdrop, new logo, new website.
New place in it.
Yeah, new studio. What else? What else is new? Oh, this week begins our themes. Okay? So each month we're going to try to have a theme, and I've scheduled it out for a while, and so we'll have what will be pretty consistent with this. We thought with our messaging and what we are wanting to accomplish through the show that the only way to start the day off or start our new journey off is with hope, right?
Right.
And so March is going to be dedicated to hope. Um, the next 3 weeks, we have a ton of things lined up for y'all, right?
Right.
Next week is an interview with who?
True.
No, uh, mom and dad.
Oh yeah, mom and dad.
Yeah, and you may be thinking, man, that's a real tough get. Well, it actually is because we're having to record it at a different time because they will not be here when it launches, right? So it's tougher than you think. Plus, um, you know, they have been preaching and teaching hope for 30 years.
Close to it.
They have worked with thousands of families. I think that's just a perfect way to kick us off, right? Because they are the reason we're here.
Yes.
All right.
It's close to 30. If it's not 30, it's awfully close to 30.
Yeah. Okay. So next week, interview with mom and dad.
Yeah.
HE is not available to do that interview, so it will be me. But then uh the week after that, we'll be sitting down, hopefully sitting down with Drew Perkins, the director at High Plains Children's Home. We've known Drew a long time.
About 20 years.
Oh, yep, long time. And Drew has a great perspective. And we want to highlight and showcase what Drew is doing and the work that High Plains Children's Home is doing. Uh, because they're doing a ton of things that the public doesn't necessarily know.
Yeah.
And so we want to get a chance to hear from him, see what he's doing, and then hear from him about where he finds hope and how he tries to spread it. Okay.
Okay. Are we doing it at High Plains or here?
At High Plains, we're
Cool.
on the road.
Cool.
Okay. And then the week after that
I'll be Dr.
will be Dr. Medford. Now, Haley got her weeks confused. And so I got a text this morning from Dr. Medford. And I told her I actually cannot wait to tell Haley that she got it wrong.
Cause how you had it, I thought we were doing it.
How did I have it? Okay, so let's go back to the notes. Let's see how I have this. This week starts our hope theme for the month.
With mom.
Period. Nope. So we will introduce the guests we are going to have, mom and dad, Drew, and Dr. Medford. Then we will talk about what it means to be hopeful and how we can spread hope.
Sorry, I got my weeks mixed up.
Yeah, I'd say so, but it's okay. Crisis averted. Really wasn't that big of a deal. I just wanted to make it a big deal to get a reaction out of you. Fair enough?
Fair.
Okay. So Dr. Medford has been part of Haley's team for a long time. And she's a pediatrician,
Yes.
right?
Right.
And we thought it would be great to get her perspective. No, she's a tremendous help. She has opened several doors for mom and dad and the work that they're doing. And so it's awesome that she has agreed to come on the show. She only agreed to do it if you interviewed her. So you will be doing Drew and Dr. Medford.
Okay.
Feel good about that?
Yeah.
You should. You're nailing these interviews.
Or I'm at least trying to know them.
No, get over the trying stuff. We got to get over that. Just do it.
Okay.
Yeah. Everybody tries. Well, not everybody, but most people try. All right.
Right.
You are now past the season of trying. You're in the season of doing.
Okay.
So introducing hope, right? This is a concept, and I love the concept of this. But I also proving that it is never too late to learn. I came to the realization that Haley lives it and believes in it and doesn't necessarily know how to communicate how she does it, which is the perfect place to be in, right?
Right.
And I would say that everyone we spend a lot of time with, especially in the Haley Project class, right, on Wednesday nights and Thursdays,
Yes.
they live the same way. They live out hope. they may not be able to explain how or why they do it. Right.
Right.
And that is absolutely 100% awesome. Because I think we get into a place where we try to describe things and we try to figure out how and why, and we ask so many questions that we get bogged down, and instead of just living it and doing it, we we never start because we just try to figure it out, right?
Right.
You have it figured out, Haley. You have it figured out. That's awesome.
The believe part and sometimes the hope.
Whether you know it or not, you have the hope.
Yeah.
Okay. There has never been a day in your short time here on earth this far that you haven't believed and lived in a way that no matter what is happening today and right now, it is for a purpose, and that light is still shining at the end of the tunnel, right?
Right.
You've never believed anything different than that.
No,
You've never lived anything different than that.
I don't think I have.
No, you haven't. You haven't. So my question to you, um, speaking of believe, my question to you is what are some things that you believe in?
Well, Jesus and God are the same because I've been raised around churches.
Okay. So you believe in Jesus and God,
Yes. Those are two.
faithful.
Yeah, those are kind of together.
Sure. Okay.
And some of my volleyball girls, like when they lose, I just want them to have faith.
Faith about what?
Faith about thinking about the next game
Yeah.
or have have hope. Faith and hope.
Yeah. That even though they lost, it's okay. It's not the end of the world,
No, it's
right?
not.
Things are bigger than volleyball.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't want them to think that during the game, neither
No.
do you.
No.
But after the game,
Yeah.
things are bigger than volleyball.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
And Santa, because I always believe, even I'm 33 years old, I always believed in Santa
Why do you still believe in Santa?
because he's given me everything that I ever
He delivers every year,
lived every year.
even when you weren't home.
Yes.
Wow. It's a strong case for Santa.
Sorry.
Um, Let me ask you this.
Yes.
Do you believe in, if I were to ask you to like rank your beliefs, would you rank any of them or are they all even?
They're pretty much all even
You believe in everything equally.
most of the time. Most of the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. Speak up.
Yeah, most of the time. And the next one is friends, because it's really hard to find good friends these days. It's really hard to find that good friends that are good with you and let you have fun with them. And
Okay. So friends, but what's something that you believe in about people, no matter who it is?
they always loved me.
That you believe that everybody loves you.
Yeah,
You believe that everyone is kind.
kind
Okay.
and happy. Well,
Yeah. You just
yeah,
assume. Yeah.
yeah.
You live in a way that you assume that everyone is kind and happy.
See,
And the most ridiculous one is that they all love you.
yes,
Do they?
yes, they all love me. Def, because
Should we put up a poll?
no,
You don't want to test the theory?
Definitely when it comes to marriage retreat weekends. That comes really
Mm.
that comes
I
in
don't.
that comes in helpful because you're busy, mom and dad are busy, Monica's busy.
Oh, you mean like the people you stay with?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I'll give you that one. I thought you meant the couples that come on the marriage retreat
no.
because most of the time they love me more because I am serving them food.
Ah, that's
And
what
so is Monica. So until you get there on Sunday afternoons, so from Friday night, Saturday, Sunday morning, they love me and Monica more. Sorry, H.
that's okay. Well, that Sunday afternoon, you usually pick me up from class and then go home.
Well, yeah, because mom and dad make me. What are some other things you believe in?
Family,
Okay.
like how I can get to places and how people love like family, like how they love me and are kind to me.
Well, I think it goes further than that,
I know,
right? Like,
right?
um, you believe that family is very important
Yes,
and that family time is really important, right?
right.
Because we're all in this together.
Yes.
Okay. It's not just about being kind. We're
No,
not always kind to each other.
no,
We're not always happy,
no.
right?
And
So I think that's an important thing to talk about is it's not always perfect. Like
no,
we don't want to paint a picture of the Thompson house always being fun and games
no,
because it's not.
no.
No. But we don't spend a lot of time dwelling on those hard times.
Uh-uh.
Okay.
Next one is faith. Like most of the time, I have faith in. I'm just gonna say pretty much I have faith in everything.
Yeah, I would agree with that. To
It
take a ridiculous example, you never feel like your team is going to lose a game,
no,
even if they're getting blown out.
no.
And to make this about me, when I was a junior in high school and we played in the second round of the playoffs against Abilene Wiley, against a ton of dudes who went on to play Division One college football, and then one guy named Case Keenum. If you follow football at all, you've heard of that name. He was the quarterback of Abilene Wiley, who would go on to Houston and then to the NFL. We were losing huge. Like the game was over at halftime. You believed we still had a chance to win,
Yes,
even though they were better than us at everything, right?
right.
Yeah.
Even y'all lost.
Well, we didn't lose. We got smoked.
Ah, then keeping kids, keeping kids safe. I love because I feel because what the news is saying these days is some people are getting kids kidnapped or killed or something like that. I just like to keep kids completely safe. That's why I have a pickup list, and if they're not on a pickup list, they go straight to the office.
Yeah, you believe. So you believe in keeping kids safe.
Yes,
Okay. We've talked about that a lot on the show
yeah,
and how you're, and we talked about it from the mindset of, or from the perspective of the things that you are diagnosed with,
yes,
right? And the disabilities that you have
yes, yes,
create like a very black and white world for you, right?
right,
Which when I'm trying to get you to explain things like hope, it can be frustrating for me because you don't think that way, right?
Right.
But when it comes to keeping kids safe at your job, there's no one I would trust more than you.
Because I'll,
Because if they're not on the list, it does not matter what story they give you. If they're
yes,
not on the list, they're not picking their kids up unless they go
yes,
to the office.
yes. Unless they, sometimes like if like a grandma or something like that. Sometimes like the mom and dad will call the school and they'll let
Well,
me
yeah,
know.
right. So even then, they're still on the list.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just as a reminder to everyone, like after after some things have happened in the past, like you've had parents bring you like thank you notes
Yes.
and appreciation things because they know when they drop their kids off at Southwest Montessori that they're going to be safe and that they're going to be able to pick them up that night
Yes.
because of you. Okay.
Even some of the times, like the kids get so upset, like when their parents drop them off,
Mhm.
I just tell 'em, it's okay, your mom or dad will be back for you in the afternoon or the morning or the evening.
Yeah, you're pretty comforting for
Cause,
them.
yeah, cause sometimes they only come, some kids only come in the mornings and all that stuff.
Okay. All right. So those are some of the things that you believe in.
Yes.
And those are and that list is pretty comprehensive, right?
Right.
And I think it shows how you live on a day-to-day basis. Okay. Um, and it's not just you,
It's
it's
everybody.
everyone. It's everyone in this community. Um, I went to I finally, after several years of giving Michelle a hard time. Last week I got some extra time, and so I stopped in at Donut Stop, um, where she has been working for 20 years or more. And because every Wednesday night and Thursday night I see her, I ask her if she's brought me a donut, and for 10 years she's told me next time.
She does that to dad too.
Yeah. And so I've been meaning to stop by and see her, and I finally got a chance to do it, and I did last week. And she doesn't say much. She smiles all the time. She loves life and she loves what she does. And I I think Michelle is a perfect example, and I've talked about Micah too on this show, what he does at United, going in early at work, right?
Right.
And I
About
think,
2 hours early.
yeah, just to check in on people. Like we spend so much of our time, we'll say the Justins of the world, right?
Right.
We spend so much of our time trying to calculate and determine what things are. And we get so far up in our head, we don't just live it. You and your friends are the perfect example of what happens when you just live it and you don't think about it. You're not asking yourself what you believe in. You don't have to, right?
Right.
I think it's awesome. I think like as we continue this month of hope, like that's what we're looking for, right?
Right.
All right. Do you have anything else you would like to add?
Mm. Even even sometimes you have hard time to believe and have hope. Just try to believe. Like not in everything, but things that you believe in and all. And if you even have hard trouble with it, just try to believe like in everything. Just a reminder, we have a website now called Haley'sWeeklyNews.com. Thank you for coming to Haley's Weekly News. Please love, like, and subscribe and comment.
You just reminded them. You didn't tell them to go.
Oh yeah. Thank
Also tell them that they can watch all of these videos plus more.
oh sorry. You can thank you for
You're good.
Thank you for coming to Haley's Weekly News. Please love, like, and subscribe and comment. And please go to haleysweeklynews.com and you like get like a lot of videos. I'm not for sure how many videos, but like
Everything we've ever posted.